the evidence is clear. Ships sink hull first, ain't no magic trick. Horizon pulling down, yo, science hit quick. Round we spin, yeah, facts go relentless. Empirical proof, got a feeling defenseless. Curious UK globe with rhymes just out in influence. Can't dodge these facts I'm pounding. Gravity's the force, pulling truth to the ground. The apples don't fall sideways, we orbit profound. Lunar eclipses, drop shadows and curves embrace. Trying to run from the math, but it smacks the face. YouTube vids clicking.
Spinning truth round the axis, that's a factual ride. Flirts fumbling hard, trying to run and hide. We got that gravity pulling, you just drifting through. Science slaps empirical, stick to the glue. Round pound, sharper minds, we probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Eratosthenes flex with them shadow lines. Measured Earth's curve, no conspiracy signs. Dropping mics like Newton when his apple fell. Maths to beat, y'all theory stale like a cell. Foucault's pendulum swinging to expose. Rotation so true, no flurf can oppose. Telescopes beaming, Copernican frames. Centuries stacking, flirts out of their games. Round pound, sharper minds, we probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirt dreams. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirt dreams.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome in, Curious UK Debunks. This is my part 2 of the Critical-Stream-A-Thon. So if you want to donate anything, it's at the top of the live chat, or on that side there. And I've pinned it for the GoFundMe. So if anybody, if you're, haven't donated yet, don't forget to donate. See if we can get him up to his goal or as close as we can. Doing my part here. Hey Ricardo, how's it going? Lindsay Bow, nice to see you again. Monkey in the Works, hey, how's it going? Evening. Sarah Jones, nice to see you. Steve, Unfornicated, hey, how's it going there, Dano? Canadian Space Advocate, nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see that instead of taking the merch, you gave CT $30. That is fantastic. You're a good guy. A girl, sorry. And yeah, so hopefully everything's here working. Looks like everything's working in there, so good. Seem to have the audio. I think I got it worked out. So yeah, yesterday I don't know what happened. I'm gonna blame it on DP Debunks. He started it. He jinxed us all, and we all seem to have issues. Hey, Huge Arts, nice to see you there. 85 morning. How's it going there, buddy? All right. So right. So I have 2 hours here. I am in this for 2 hours here. So 11 o'clock. They're gonna hand it off to FTFE, the great, the fantastic Craig McNeil. So after his little debate yesterday, which he broke a record of rage quits because what's his name there? Freaking Ross, which called himself there, freaking triggered or whatever the heck. He couldn't even get past his opening because well, he decided that he wasn't going to talk about flat Earth. He's just going to throw a bunch of ad homs because what flat Earth is dead. And I've seen Ross on TikTok on there yapping all his stuff with the microphone crammed halfway down his throat because, well, I do think the guy seems to be able to deep throat all sorts of stuff, and it's a little bit disturbing. And he was talking about Max and Max's tongue ring, which if he doesn't know, tongue rings work really well for other things and can make some people's ears clap, and it can be of the opposite gender or sex, or whatever you call it. So, yeah, you think Ross knows this stuff. He's a grown adult. You think you know this stuff, but apparently not. Yeah, I blame DP Debunks and Fornicated, because yeah, why not? He's not here, so let's just blame him. He started it, and well, the trend continued on. But you know what? It's all part of the fun. It's all part of the games, right? So, yeah. So, what we're going to do here, because we're only got 2 hours, I don't have a presentation this time. Hopefully everybody who caught it enjoyed it, my little presentation on the pound rub kit experiment, and I'll cover a bit more of that. Yes, Ross loves this microwave communications. He needs to get a hold of that. A particular idiot. That would be fantastic. Unfornicated. If we effectively pin him down, that'd be great to have. If you gotta have him on your channel, or if you want to have a little debate with him on the channel, then that would be. I think that'd be awesome. So, he get actually cooked and booked on that one there. He'd just be microwaved to death. Oh, that'd be so fun. I did not play on legit bullshit, unfortunately. No, I caught your before stream when you did the testing, and I was going through that, but unfortunately when you were on, I was in bed sleeping. It was just too fucking late for me, so I couldn't hack the one. I just couldn't do it. Right, so I'm gonna kind of continue on. Yesterday I ended my live stream and we were covering Matthew Keem, his little derpy little sad excuse for a live stream that he did about 3 weeks ago. And if you remember, we were looking also at his live chat, how fun that was. I think he was up to 6 comments and had 3 people in there. So we're going to cover this and then go into some other stuff and see if we can kind of fill the time here and have a few laughs and see what we can come up with. Anything else that pops up, we'll go. So let's go here. Also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like on this stream, on this video, on the live stream, to push out the algorithm. Hopefully get more people in here, and we'll get those donations rolling in for Critical Think. Remember, it's at the top. I have the thing down here. And in fact, what we're going to do first, before I do that, is I'm going to check on his... let's just check and see who he's at. Before we go any further, let's do that first. All right. It helps if I actually capture that one. That's the one. That's the one. All right. So we're going to check on Critical Thinks. See what he's at here, and he's past 60%. Awesome. Very good. Hey there, Max. How's it going there? Nice to see you in there, buddy. You can start the stream now. Yeah, we're just waiting for you. We're just killing a bit of time. Thanks for handing it over there. I know there was a little bit of mix-up with DP debunks. You switching stuff around. In fact, at one point, I looked on there, and he had me a completely different time because apparently David Keegan wanted to jump in, and then FTFE had to change things. And at one point, it's going to be at 1 hour, and then he gave me back this time that. I know originally it's going to be 9:30 to 11:30. Then he changed it to 9 to 10. Or no, 10 to 11, I don't know. It was freaking. So, but then it all got changed again. So, bit of a mess up there. But, you know what? I can unfornicated. I will send it to you on my on Discord. I do have, because I was in on his TikTok, so I'm on TikTok myself. That's originally how I got my start, was debunking flat Earth on TikTok. I decided to get into YouTube because I kind of like the YouTube platform more, and TikTok is just a freaking cesspool of freaking derp and BS. I do go in there once in a while. I show them my live streams, and I do go on onto it. So, what the heck is his name again? Right. I'll send it to you later, Dano. All right. I will get that going. Yeah, Real Offended. That's the one, Yavamante. It's Real Offended on TikTok. Right, so we're at 36,117 Australian buckaroos, and 60% past that. So we're gonna keep going there. So we'll keep a look at this here. Let me write that down. See if we can go any further. Let's see if we can at least get like into the 37,000. Hey, how about that? Hey, 2 hours. Let's see what we can get. So I'm gonna go 36,117 AU. Astronomical units, Australian dollars. All right. Right. So we're gonna go into. We're gonna switch over this one here, and see if we can check this out here. And this is watching more of derp. They actually discuss some of the final experiments and stuff here, so it kind of ties into the whole theme of the whole thing. Like here. All right. Good. Unfornicated. Yeah. Let me know how that goes. I'd be interested to see that. I think that'd be funny. But we know Ross is probably just gonna get pissed off and rage quit. So see if you can beat Craig's record. That'd be awesome. Oh, hold on here. Let's get the sound on.
He's just like Flatzoid. They say they're flat earthers, but they support final experiment by saying they were in Antarctica when there is no proof of that. That's how I know they're the same. Flatzoid and Dave Weiss.
Dave Weiss sticks to that, yeah. Sticks to
let's go back a little bit here so you can get the context.
Yes, that's what I noticed. But I listen though, like to what they say, and that's how I know Dave Weiss. He's just like Flatzoid. They say they're flat earthers, but they support final experiment by saying they were in Antarctica when there is no proof of that. That's how I know they're the same.
See, there is proof of it. This is the fact that Matthew Keem has got the almighty and he refuses to accept it. Canadian space advocate Mikey Smith is active and he might be going to the observatory. Oh, you know, I might have to divert here. Always fun. Now he's been banned from the observatory, hasn't he? Is he going to the one in Regina again? That'd be fine. I know he was phoning them the other day. A little update on Mikey Smith. He still has not sued the Canadian Space Agency because he still can't figure out how to get his fucking paperwork into the freaking into the courts. He keeps fucking it up. He keeps claiming he's suing the Space Agency, Canadian Space Agency. Problem is, he can't figure out how to file the paperwork correctly. So he is not suing anybody because he can't get the lawsuit off the freaking ground. So he keeps making this claim, and I'm almost wondering, is this intentional or what? But we'll see. You know, maybe he's going to keep claiming he's suing them until freaking the end of time. Has been running away from. Yes, I know I have actually mentioned that. I mentioned that to Matthew Keem in some lives here. Because he shows up on Mikey's live and a few other ones. Yeah, he's been running away from you, and I'm gonna see if he can come on here, but I think he'll probably run away from me too. I cooked him in the one where I showed up on Mikey's live, and you showed up, and then I showed up, and I was half cut, and it was very late. Yes, he completely did, because it took you 30 seconds to find the GPS data where it showed everybody who went to Antarctica and how they were tracked, the most tracked flight in the world on that day.
Zoid and Dave Weiss.
Also, these guys, Matthew and has an issue with Flatzoid, because Flatzoid was nice to Will Duffy, and Will Duffy came on his live stream. Because he was nice to him, he thinks that Flatzoid and Flat Earth Dave are intentionally are not real flat earthers, and they're like either paid opposition or paid like shills or something like that. It's crazy, and Matthew's just got this crazy things, right? And part of it's because he's just a dumbass.
Everybody sticks to that, yeah. Sticks to that until now.
Canadian Space Advocates in Saskatoon. He's on the highway right now, but it looks like he's going to the clubs later to maybe some material for the night. You know what, Canadian Space Advocate? Yeah, that sounds like maybe kind of a bit of fun. But is Mikey's that transition between sometimes takes so freaking long. Sometimes it's faster just to watch the restream where I can put it on like 1.3, 1.5 and get through all the crap. My microphone's not happy with me.
Very subtle.
But Flatzoid, I don't know if Flatzoid says that today.
He did. I played that on the video. I had you and Mikey Smith, and I was playing clips of Flatzoid.
Yeah, but when are the clips from? You know, if it was like from like a year ago, so it's okay.
No, it was like May. Now. It was probably like May.
It's
May or something.
A little late already too. In May,
yeah, because we already
knew that it was.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And I played it, and it's like, see what they're saying? They're very similar.
And you see that in the same time of the TFE shit, suddenly you have all kinds of like new flat earth series that are popping up, like the Stephen Alonso.
All right, Andy 85. Nice to have for you to pop in, have a little look. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I will see you again. It'd be nice to have you around.
So shit, the Joe Henvey model shit, where you have like a globe with a mirror and a light from around the globe.
Yeah,
and,
I've seen that.
many
I've seen that.
domes all over the place. The fuck is that? This is all from their fucking imagination. And look, it's working. Yes.
It's funny that they call out shit like that, like from the flat earth stuff. Yes, that's all Matthew ever does is just lie. Hey, Tori Henzo, aloha. How's it going? Yeah, they call out all that shit there, but I mean, Matthew Keem thinks that we live in some firmament dome and that the sun's on the outside of the dome. Explain that. We also think there's waters above the dome. So how can you have, because flat earthers think the sun is fire, how can we have fire in water? Explain that to me and have it bright enough that we can see it illuminate the whole earth that's inside the dome and the sun's outside the dome. Matthew alluded to that when I talked to him. Yeah, that makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Of course, if you put like a diamond-shaped fucking mirror and Game of Mirrors, you can put like all kinds of mirrors, and at one point you're gonna have some shape of the sun. But all this shit is like doesn't exist in the system.
Yeah, Joe Havy was trying to rely on something like thinking there's some sort of magical superfluid that's floating at the top point of the dome and reflecting. It's like a perfect layer, and so it's causing a perfect lens to reflect off, but we can't see it. Fucking superfluid doesn't defy. When they say it defies gravity, it's because it has absolutely no viscosity, and just because of that, instead of it having a like water where it can have like a bit of a meniscus on it, it kind of goes up and just any kind of movement to stuff. They say it goes defies because it goes up and over the lip a little bit if it's really full, and then runs down. But it still is affected by gravity because if you watch the superfluid when they show that, this is something from like the 1950s. It actually goes out and then runs down and drips off the bottom. Why? Because of gravity. Holy fuck. Like, it's just flat earthers only half listen to freaking everything, and then when they do listen, they only understand half of what they actually listen to.
System. It's out of the imagination. So
it's
again
cycle,
one way to divide more the flat earth community to say.
Ricardo, what's a magnetic cycle? It's a magnetic cycle going through its empirically displaced.
Oh, you see, it's possible to have 24-hour sun on the earth if you put
but that's
all
the
kinds
dumb
of mirrors
thing,
and globes
right?
and a light. You understand?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's possible to make 3 suns. I tell you something. If you make a right game of mirrors, you can have like 5 suns. You can say you have 5 suns, or you have like okay, you can do anything. If you
But
put
that's
like
those
mirrors
are
and
the fake dumb.
I had to charge it back up again. How magic? The globe is our imagination, just like their fucking dome. We got light a flare. Exactly.
Things that those characters are supposed to say. Like all those guys, the fake flat earthers, they have to say those certain things because their characters are.
Hold on. You know what? I always do this, and it's Matthew Keem. Why did I do this to myself? Let's just take it a little back. Because Matthew talks slow, and then we got freaking. Oh, come on. 1.3 at least. Okay. All right, let's try that. Better.
Supposed to say that. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people are cast to play certain roles, and they can be any weird type they want to be as long as they all agree that Final Experiment was in Antarctica. They have to agree on that.
But something we have to understand. I was never in the secret services, but I was private investigator.
It's okay if you were, Sam. Hey,
no,
it's okay if you are.
I never was. I could not be because I am very independent. I couldn't just take orders from an asshole above me. I cannot, even in my life, I'm always been independent. I don't like to be part of a system and getting a salary every month, every week. But anyway, that's me. So, but I was a private investigator at one point, and I learned a lot of things, and I knew a lot of people, and I knew bad guys, and good guys, and people in the police. And people also in the French Secret Service at one point, because when I started my company, they contacted me because I put an ad in the newspaper, and I said, if you want to spy on somebody, just call me and everything. So they contacted me, the Secret Service, the French FBI contacted.
Hold on, wait a minute. So he put an ad in the newspaper to say, if you want to spy on somebody, contact me. Yeah, because that sounds really fucking legit or covert, like at all. Oh, you just want to spy on somebody? You want to spy on somebody? Come talk to me. I can spy very well. Just like Inspector Clouseau. I think I see a clue. Fuck. That's so stupid. Yeah, Matthew is so slow, yes.
with me. They said, "Hey, what's going on? Check it out. You know, it's against the law to do that. Okay, just be careful. Just don't do that and everything." And they told me, if you cross any information that concerns the national security, just tell me. I told them, yeah, of course, I'm not going to do that.
Max is like, sodium metal allows you to have fire on water. Well, yes, fire on water, but then Matthew's claiming that we have the sun, that there's waters above the dome and the sun is just outside the dome, which means you'd be fire inside water, and it'd be hot enough. So unless it's some sort of magical thing, it's yeah, I don't know. Like, you'd have to explain it because they don't believe in nuclear fusion. So yeah. And even then, and if it was nuclear fusion, then all those waters would be evaporated away because it'd be that hot. So it doesn't work other way.
With this, and we kept in touch and everything, So I know a little bit how they think. So the thing is that when you analyze something, if you have to infiltrate a group of like bank robbers or drug dealers, okay. So you have to send the people with the right skills that are going to look like them and that are going to just melt inside their community. But when you have to infiltrate a group of thinkers, a group of scientists,
my coffee, sweet and flat earth tears, as always.
A group of smart people like we are, because we're not stupid, we're smart.
No, very, very fucking stupid. Definitely not smart. I mean, is it smart if like SMRT? Like, we're smart, SMRT. That's about as smart as they are. They're smart as in, you're a very special little boy. Here you go. Now here's your crayons. Now go sit in the corner there and be a special smart little boy. Oh, so smart. Sammy's. Oh, Matthew. You smart, special little boys. You take with the scissors away. Here you go. You can just play with the, here's some of these fluffy things to play with, right? Here's a pool noodle. Chew on that for a while.
And the thing is that, who are you going to send? You have to send your top men, the best of the best that you have. You cannot send like just a fucking asshole. You have to send somebody that's going to just yeah, you have to send somebody that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Be at their level. You understand?
So they sent Dave Weiss.
They sent the best.
But it didn't work.
The best. Freaking Dave Weiss is the only thing he's kind of okay at is maybe scamming a little bit. And he's only good at scamming stupid people, which is why he's targeted Flat Earth.
Because people are aware.
Well, yes and no.
Right?
No, for me,
no, they're not. No, none of them are aware. That's why David Weiss is like, and there's those smart. Yes, exactly.
It did work because it started to work. They will not succeed, but they attained their objective, I believe. So far, to disrupt the community, to implode it, to divide it. But what they don't know is that actually what's going to do is going to reinforce the community, because not only it's going to expose the chills, but it's going to also expose the good one, the true flat earthers. And those ones.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
So the thing is that it's a game, and in the video I'm making, I'm going to explain that game, what it is, what the objective is.
Yeah, it's excellent, Sam. When you release it, we'll do another live stream. Okay,
yeah,
can we do that and just talk about it, because I saw a little bit of it. It's awesome. Yeah. Just a lot of.
Yeah, but Matthew Keem's really fucking stupid. So I'm pretty sure he thinks Teletubbies is awesome too.
Credit, man. A lot of credit to you.
Thanks. But just to tell you, that's the point.
Maybe that's what he thinks the sun is. It's just a giant baby's head floating in the sky, laughing at him as he prances around in his garden with all his other friends. Who knows? I wouldn't surprise you. That's what Matthew Keem thinks the sun is.
I'm gonna make the video. We're gonna, it's gonna be probably like an hour and a half video. It's gonna be like a little heavy. People are gonna see it, watch it, and then the plan is to make a live stream, a big live stream with the best flat earthers that we know, the true flat earthers.
Yeah, the real ones, right?
Banjo,
the real ones. Oh, fuck it all. I have to keep an eye on this. I want to see them do this live stream with the real flat earthers, because that would just be freaking a derp session. That just would be hilarious to watch.
And all the real people, we're going to try to get them together and discuss that in order to close that file. You understand? Because we have other things to do. We have so much to do, so much to plan. So we don't want to lose too much time and energy on these people. But it's important. It's important for us to understand.
And also, what's happening. I think a good idea, not waste time talking about, like, the Globers. Because to me...
No, Ricardo, they are not interested in finding the truth. They only want their truth. Remember, like, they're not interested in facts and logic. No, They just want fantasy and delusion. That's all these guys are interested in.
The Globers, they're not a threat.
No,
the Globers, they're like those people I debate against.
Well,
they're not the threat. The threat is the fake flat earthers.
When you know your enemy,
they teach dumb things. That's why I see a lot of that going on. You know, they just dumb things.
In English, you say no UFO. That means
Matthew Keane doesn't debate anybody. He sits there and spits out a bunch of derpy nonsense that everybody laughs at him and then gets exposed. And I don't think I've ever seen Matthew Keane actually debate anybody. He just says shit that's completely wrong, and then when somebody tries to correct him, he goes, I don't believe that's true. You know what? Guess what, Matthew? Nobody fucking cares what you believe. The facts and logic is fucking true. And yes, as Max says, Matthew, I am a threat, and that's why you are literally terrified of me. Terrified of debating me. It is true, Max. I think Matthew, the only time Matthew will debate is if he goes on modern day debates because he feels safe, and then he goes on there and cries to the moderator, or if he's on like their Max, like Mikey's live stream where he's got all his mates. You know, he's got DJ New Moon, Mikey Smith, other friends that he feels safe because he's in his little echo chamber, and he feels like he's got people that can attack and cover for when Matthew keeps stupid, right? And that's exactly what happened when I went on there. And when you went on there too, right? What happened? They just kind of nod, and then even when you showed them stuff, they just didn't believe it. You know, they're going, oh, here you are, here. I was actually going to show them a video of somebody learning to fly a helicopter and go, now, can you please explain to me what a cyclic is? What a collector is? Can you believe? In fact, I did ask them, I remember, Max, and they fucking didn't have a fucking clue what these things were. Right? Because they have no idea.
As soon as you understand that you identify your enemy is dead, because you know where to aim at, you know. But when you don't know the enemy, what is invisible is the most dangerous. You don't know who it is. So you're in trouble because they know who you are, but you don't know who they are. So that's you're in a bad
maybe that's where we are now. Is like.
So, in other words, what these guys do is that any flat earther that says stuff that they don't like, they're going to dub them as a fake flat earther and some sort of inside job. It was fun, Max. If I wish I had my head a bit better, you know, more clear at the time. I just recently lost my mother-in-law, and it wasn't in the best headspace. Nor was I actually kind of ready. I was going to show Mikey Smith my observation of Venus, but fuck, could I find it until like after he finally, I don't know, closed his live stream off, and I found like 15 minutes later. I was like, fuck, I was not in the right place. But hey, you know, Matt, you know, if we're going together, Max, just let me know. We'll jump in if I can get on there. We'll go in there and double team them back and forth and jump on it. You wouldn't know what to fucking hit them, so it'd be kind of fun. So always let me know. I'm always up for a little bit of fun going in there and poking the fly earthers.
Seeing that there's a lot of fake people. There's a lot of fake people trying to be leaders.
Yeah,
right? They're trying to control groups, and it's not working. In the past, it might have worked, but it's not anymore because now there's a lot of honest people, right, listening. Like how I was able to tell, like, you know, Flatzoid's fake and Dave Weiss, they're fake. What are they similar about? They're not being honest.
Yeah, because all the people that are listening to Matthew Keane, hold on. How many people does he have in his live chat here? Let me just see here. 1, 2, 3. 3 people. Wow. Good job, Matthew Keane. Good job.
That's what's similar about it. They're not being honest.
So
and once that you get it all together, like, okay, these people are just saying dumb things, and they're not being honest or using logic.
Well, the good thing about it, what I like about all this, is that it gives me some kind of an importance. Because if I see that in front of me, all these guys are spending so fucking much, and they're doing so much work and spending so much in order to just, like, you know, take us down, that means...
Glenn Milley, there isn't any honest people in Flat Earth. No, there really isn't. I mean, I think there's a few people in there that are just simply misinformed and not very intelligent, and maybe are a bit like suspicious or cautious, like a bit conspiratorially minded and like untrusting of the government or stuff like that. But you usually see them in there, but they usually come out. You can suss them up pretty quick because at least if you talk to them, they're fairly receptive to talk, and you can tell that they're honestly curious. And you can tell when ones are just like in there just to be contrarians, or ones are just like in there to shill and they're freaking and try to dupe and like like Dave Weiss and stuff like that. Where they know, but they pretend because they want to. True, yeah. Glenn, really, you got a very good point there. Those aren't the ones making content. That is actually a good point, because usually ones making content are trying to push it for their own agendas. Good example is Sam from Flat Earth Reconnaissance. He's trying to try to build some sort of like group to fight against, push against and fight. Like, you know, he's trying to build some sort of almost military force. And there's other ones that are doing the same thing on TikTok and other platforms. And those are the ones that are very dangerous ones. And there are some that are in here as the grift and make money, like Dave Weiss and other ones. And there are some there that are just trying to push a false ideology narrative. So, like Vlad from Ironworks 92,000. So yeah.
We wear something, it's like, you don't go after like people that don't have any worth. Like,
like for me, like I was telling you about how they were following me and were taking my picture.
Yeah,
and they sent it to me. It's like, who am I? I'm not important. I'm not rich. I'm nothing.
And nobody was taking a picture, Mike. Matthew, you're not important, and you're just a little bit freaking paranoid.
In my job, I learned this also. When you have nothing on somebody, you investigate, you don't find nothing. So you're going to have to try to push him out. That means that you're going to have to do something that he's going to see, that's going to trigger a fear, into him. So he's going to start moving and making mistakes.
Yeah.
You understand? So the guy is sure of himself. He doesn't sweat.
So they were just trying to like scare me.
To scare you. So if
you
do something, so maybe you're going to call somebody, you're going to do something, they're going to catch, catch it. So there is something that they're going to push you up because I have nothing on you. Because if they really want to surveil you, normally you don't see a thing. People can take your pictures without you knowing it. Never. So
yeah, they would just keep the info, right? Like they would just keep the info.
There are so many ways to take pictures of you, even at 1 foot away from you, and you won't even know. Nothing. So if people want to take your pictures, that's something that you should be able to see.
And so they can't use my words, because all my words, I use logic. Like I'm telling the truth, even if I don't know something.
Matthew Keem does not use a fucking scrap of logic ever that I've ever heard of him. Everything he says is freaking fallacious conjectures and freaking fantasy. He just makes, in fact, I've watched him sit there and make shit up on the fucking spot.
I'll be honest about it. So people can't take a video of me and say, look at this guy saying this here, but he's saying another thing here, I
fucking do it all the fucking time. Shit. He's just so delusional, it's almost sad.
Exactly.
And yeah, like I said, it's like, I think you were saying we have the freedom to be wrong. Like if we're wrong, it's like, okay, this was wrong. What's the truth? Yes. But not to stay wrong, right? We don't stay.
Well, we cannot stay wrong because we are seeking for the truth. We are truth diggers. So automatically, even if we are wrong, it's just a matter of time until we are right. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
But the other guys that don't look for the truth, they're already dead. They're like stuck in it. They're stuck in lies. It's okay. You just embrace lies. You live. We don't. We just want to get out of it. And this is that desire, that will that we have, that saves us. You understand?
Exactly.
So
Ricardo, unfortunately, I think these two, they generally do believe this stuff, which is it's sad and concerning, and these are the type of people that before the internet was standing on the street corners with sandwich signs over, shouting, the earth is coming to an end or stuff like that, and they're just like the town weirdo and nut job, and people ignored them. It's only because we get the social media thing that all these nut jobs are now coming together and they're finding other nut jobs.
If we're wrong now, just wait a little more, and that again we're going to be right. Also about this also. So the thing is that again we have to understand something very important. The flat Earth, community, even though it's not organized, it's not structured, and this is my agenda all the time. I always say that we have to get organized, we have to get structured. Fuck the money, fuck everything. We have to do quick. We have to do it quickly. We have to really organize ourselves to be strong. But anyways, the thing is that again, the big fear of these people is that we're getting organized and that we are getting a structure. For example, look at Mikey Smith. Okay, he just filed a lawsuit against the Canadian space agency.
No, he hasn't, because he can't figure out how to fucking file his papers. He hasn't filed anything. He keeps getting sent back because he can't figure out the simple instructions. And And I don't think it's going to go because Mikey Smith, as he admitted, his reading comprehension is very low. If you ever watch him try to read something very simple, like the other day he did a live stream, he sit there and read some of the stuff he wrote, and his own writing, his own words, which you think you'd be able to read fairly easily because it'd be your own words, your own thoughts, he had struggled greatly with. It was almost concerning. So I don't think he's, if he happens to somehow, maybe just through sheer obstinance and grit, to finally get his lawsuit in, it's going to get thrown out anyways. Like, as soon as it gets put in and all the stuff's in right, judge is going to go, yep, frivolous, infectious. Oh, I think I just turned my thing off. Lawsuit, throw it out. Throw it in the bin. It will get filed. It'll get filed in G. And by G, I mean it get filed into a bin. Sorry, I just had to hit my ring light. Shit, all right. So, yeah, Mikey's not suing anybody. He hasn't even managed to get it done. As for, like, Sam wanting to have Flat Earthers try to organize, they can't even agree on shit. Look at these two. Apparently, the Flatzoid and Flat Earth Dave and other ones are all fake Flat Earthers. So they're going to sit there and go, no, you can't come here because you're fake and you're fake and you're fake. And then the other one's going to go do their own thing. They're never going to be unified. They're never going to be unified because they're all always fighting with each other. It's just terrible. And as somebody pointed out, they attack them freaking and eat the freaking wounded. As soon as one comes up and starts asking questions, they just go rah and just attack them, right? So as soon as somebody has a question, that's it. It'll just be infighting. It'd be great to see them try to organize because all they do is they'll sit there and rip each other apart. Should we check out Mikey Smith real quick? Because Canadian Speed Advocate, you got me a little bit interested. This is my live stream segment anyways. Should we check out a little bit of let's just see here. We'll leave the other one, Hakeem, up there. I need Planet Peterson's live too. That's always fun. TikTok debating. He is fun, actually. He rips them to shreds. He's so freaking condescending and sarcastic. It's hilarious. Of course, not subscribed to him. I'm on this one here, so you check it real quick, see what he's doing. What's Mikey up to?
I'm putting in the hours, the hundreds of. Oh, it's not me, it's him. It's him that's buffering. It's not me. He's driving. And yet I get shit for it. I'm basically.
Why is he driving with no hands on the wheel? Like, he's driving. Why is he driving with no hands on the wheel? Like, holy shit. Like, buffering again, crap. Mikey.
Buffering. Now it's buffering. Okay, so that means I'm gonna.
Look at the road, Mikey. Look at the road. Look at the road. Fuck hell. Look how long he's looking down. That's concerning. And he's going to a highway. I know he's in Saskatchewan, and all roads in Saskatchewan are straight, anyways, and wide. But fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm switching phones.
Exactly. Who's steering? Somebody just put it on this thing. Who's steering? Mikey. Nobody's steering.
Whatever. I got pictures.
Let's suppose that he's buffering most streams.
Yeah. Phones, guys.
He needs to get a better data plan, doesn't he?
I'm switching phones, guys.
You reckon Mikey Smith doesn't believe in 5G? Do you think it's evil or something like that? So that's why. So he's just like running around on 4G or 3G. Oh, he's gone. All right. We'll check back on him in a little bit. All right. As he switches his phones to something better.
But he's one guy. It's okay. It's a legal lawsuit and everything. He can maybe, scare them, a little bit. I don't know. He might succeed a little bit into what he's doing. But imagine if instead of like one guy, it was like one associations with 20 million people, 20 million members. Yeah. It's not the same thing.
a Canadian space advocate. He's driving down on the highway in Saskatchewan and explains the buffering and driving. Well, yeah, I used to live in Alberta, which is obviously the next province over. And if you get on this on the highways, especially like a back, like a road, but it's like a back one, they're pretty straight and they're pretty freaking wide. So you should get like a 4-lane one. I'm not saying he should be driving with no hands on the wheel. He could be yapping and still at least have one hand on the wheel at least. So you know what it is, Mikey Smith, and this is really fucking concerning, is that he relies a lot on the fact is that his vehicle's equipped with the emergency braking system. So if you it's supposed to act that if you come up on something too fast, the car will stop. But guess what? And this has been proven, it doesn't always fucking work. It only takes one time for it to not work. And then that's it. It's done. Is he back, Lindsay? Yeah, he's back now. Want to see him stream? He's still buffering. Or is that me? Oh, that's not. I don't think this is not it, is it?
So pathetic watching 6 people talk to each other doing absolutely nothing. Zero. Tell me what you're doing.
Well, let's go back. Mikey's crashing out, and it's gotta be funny.
To show Google's self is down.
New stream. I'll check it again. I was checking this.
And go do an experiment outside, proving or disproving gravity. Just don't.
Go on.
Sitting in front of my computer, talking with the so-called people or your friends or your buddies.
Mikey Smith crashing out.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers on my car.
That's his choice. He chooses to drive all those places.
Coming home at wee hours of the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's his choice.
But hey guys, go have your fucking YouTube platforms and go waste everybody's time, including your time. You need to explain to me why you have your YouTube channels.
To debunk stupid shit that you say.
I was watching a platform yesterday. There was 6 people there. I think almost 7 people doing absolutely nothing other than talking, giving an opinion after an opinion after an opinion. Again, nobody at Walmart knows that you're having this conversation with your 6 other boyfriends, okay? Get off your warts that are growing on your asses, get off your asses, and go out and do something. Go out and talk in public. Go talk to the public. People that are watching your channel, they already know the earth is flat.
I don't
get it.
Oh, he's saying.
The 20
he's talking
people,
to other flat earthers.
The 20 people or 200 people that are watching your channel already know what you know. Okay, well there's my opinion on the government of the United States of America. Here's my opinion of this actor or actress that I've never met a day in my life. Well, here's my opinion on this. Here's my opinion on that. Hey, well, guess what? I'm really highly educated. I know how to describe gravity with numbers. Oh my God. Hey, Johnny, do you want to hear my description of gravity with numbers? I feel really intelligent because I can talk numbers about gravity. Isn't this special? Let's talk about this gravity bullshit for 14 hours.
It's because numbers are very scary to my
Get off your fucking asses and go do an experiment outside, proving or disproving gravity. Just don't sit there and open your fucking traps, because I'm going to shut them for you.
I can prove gravity.
If you don't get off your asses.
Gravity is proved right there.
I'm worn out, folks. I've been on at least 7 live streams this week. Ooh, shed a tear. What leg work are you doing? 0. No leg work. I don't even think you have legs. It's freaking crazy, man. You've got nothing. All you do is hide behind your computer because your ego, is like the size of the freaking moon, man.
But if Mikey keeps with not controlling his blood sugars and his diabetes, if he admits it, he's not going to have legs either.
Unbelievable, man.
Mikey's genuinely upset.
I'm driving 3.5 motherfucking hours to the next city to do street activism.
Once again, though, that's Mikey's choice. Nobody's forcing him to do this stuff. He just wants to do it.
Notify the public that the earth is flat. Show them my content. Because I don't waste other people's time watching my channel showing other people's content that I didn't put any fucking work into. How about that, folks? If you have something to explain in Flat Earth, go do a week's worth of work and go do the experiments. Go.
I mean, he's got a point there. I mean, flat earthers, if you want to prove the earth is flat, go out there and do the fucking work. Prove the earth is flat. Because every time I always say anything to flat earthers, I say, show me evidence. Prove. Show me experiments. Show me citations. Prove to me the earth is flat. And they don't. They can't. So, Mikey's got a point there. Flat earthers need to go out and actually do something and prove their point. The only thing is, when they do, and I mean when they do, they end up like Jaren, and they realize the Earth is not flat, and they're fucking wrong.
Go show me level. Go show me that you've measured it level. I've done it with a laser. You go do it now.
No, Mikey hasn't. And what he had was, he's seen something, but he doesn't realize that lasers diverge from the source and also are subject to atmospheric refraction.
If you don't think satellites exist, go out to the sky and record that they don't exist. It won't be hard. All you're going to see is lights. Lights don't mean satellites, okay?
No, we know they're satellites because I can show the stellarium where it tracks stuff like Starlink over my house. I see it all the time. And then I can look at my telescope or my phone, my camera, and I can zoom in and watch Starlink as is exactly what it says on the app. I will see it go over top of my my house. So, yeah, it's easy to prove the satellites are there. Not a problem. And just the other day, Mike from the Drunk Debunk Show and Red's Rhetoric went out and live recorded the ISS coming over the horizon, and they actually caught it and tracked it with their telescope until his power source died, and showed the ISS live on YouTube.
And satellites, they don't exist. Sorry, folks. I don't know what those fucking lights are up there. Satellites don't illuminate themselves. Sorry. But again, I'm not talking about it. I'm doing it. I'm recording the sky. I'm recording the stars. I don't believe the firmament is real. I know it's real. Stop using these words, belief. Belief. What do you believe? I don't believe in fuck all.
No, Mikey believes the firmament's real. And then he thinks he's proved it with using inferior optics and inferior techniques. So as Real Cygnus has said, we have computers, medicine, and the internet and satellites, and he has blurry pics. Also, only thanks to Glober Tech, by the way. Yes.
I want to know the facts. I don't believe there's a creator. I know there's one.
No. If you know, then he has to prove it, which he can't. He only believes. So Mikey doesn't know the difference between belief and proof and knowledge, right? He has belief in this. It's not knowledge. It's only just a belief system, empty, unfounded belief.
Stop believing in these stupid faith-based religions. Show me the facts. Show me the facts. I'll show you the facts that there's a creator. It's not a belief system I have.
Okay. I would love to see that. So if anyone wants to get Mikey to come on, or he wants to show me his facts that there's a creator, I'd be interested to see his facts that proves that there is a omnipotent being who has created all of us, one singular entity, and also has created this flat dirt pancake covered by a solid bowl.
I've recorded the fucking firmament. Deal with it.
No, he hasn't. I might say no, he hasn't. I've proved what he has recorded and shown exactly, and I've actually matched his observations perfectly with my own, and showed you how it's simply just a bunch of digital noise on the sensor, and using zooming in with his computer, and just creating a whole bunch of freaking like noise and stuff in the image.
If you think self is down, show me the fucking hill all the way to that.
Marcus Leach, yeah, that is actually very true. Marcus Leach, when you show Mike the facts, he just says blah blah blah. I'm not listening. That's exactly what he says.
Antarctica, and don't tell me it's a frame of reference. Well, that's east and west. Why can't you say down north or up south? Don't tell me it's a frame of reference. I'm a fucking retard. I think I live on a ball even though I'm a flat earther.
Yeah, that last part, you could probably clip that and make him look bad. Sorry, I'm just pointing out.
Anyways, moving on. When am I going to get any super chats for the hundreds of dollars I spend a month traveling around this fucking province? How about that?
Mikey begging for money.
It's either that or you go do the legwork. Let's make an agreement. I do the work, you pay me. You do the work, you keep your own money. How about that? Spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours driving around all weekend, trying to wake up this country of mine that I live in. What the fuck are you doing for your country other than growing warts on your ass? That's all you're doing, is growing warts the size of melons on your fucking asses. Yeah.
I don't have any warts on my ass. I can tell you that right now. But what is Mikey? Warts the size of melon? Holy crap! What kind of stuff is he watching? Oh, this is. Mikey, I don't want to hear what you watch on your internet history. I just don't want to know.
Yes, you.
Switzerland 2. Mikey's has got different results. Mikey's got different results from NASA, so it can't be globe proving. It must be flat, etc. Mikey assumes he understands stuff. True, yeah. Marcus Leach is like his CSC lawsuit has gone nowhere and will go nowhere. Exactly. He keeps claiming he is suing. He says currently suing this Canadian Space Agency, but he still can't get his paperwork filed correctly to actually get the lawsuit off the ground. So yeah, it's not going anywhere because Mikey's not intelligent enough to be able to file the paperwork correctly, to fill it out and get it at least put in. So yeah, he's not suing anybody right now. He says he is. And he'll probably continue saying he is because he'll keep getting it back, and he'll probably eventually give up and say that they're trying to censor him or something bullshit when somebody tells him that.
Mike won't stop complaining about us.
Oh, cry me a fucking river, man. It's pathetic.
Tori Hanzo, you might have a point there. I wonder if Mikey's projecting regarding the wards. I'm not seeing anything allegedly, but you know what? It's a fair enough question. I do wonder if he's projecting.
Save the voice for later. I'm trying. So what are we supposed to do? Just sit here and look at me? Sit here and stare at me driving?
Well, I mean, it is Mikey's live stream that he's put up of him driving. I mean, it's just him. He's pretty much doing what everybody else does. It's like me sitting here on a computer talking to people. He's in his car, yammering about doing the exact same fucking thing.
But works. And again, I'm not complaining about you folks that only have a YouTube to watch other people like me. I'm talking about the people who think they make their own content. No, sitting down and showing other people's videos is not your content. Make your own content like I do. I do my own experiments. I don't say, well, Joe Blow down the street, he did this to prove that gravity does not exist.
Yeah, Marcus Leach, you know, I mean, if he does, yeah, I would definitely, oh shit, that's not a good pause, is it? Funny, but not good. Yeah, sorry, I'm an asshole, whatever. Yeah, if he's got that, he really should get that checked out. But I mean, Mikey Smith can't even bother to get his diabetes checked out and his feet checked out that he knows that there's a problem with. Yeah, I don't think if he has warts and stuff like that, if there's something like that, then yeah, that's not good. Definitely have that checked out. But he probably won't.
Go and do it yourself. Show your video of you recording yourself showing that gravity's not a thing. How hard is that?
Because they can't. Because if they go out and do stuff, then it proves gravity. Because as soon as they put it up, we just go, yeah, that's gravity. It's downward velocity of 9.8 meters per second squared. Yeah, thanks. You just proved gravity. They have to sit there and postulate what they think it possibly could be, like electromagnetism. Not understanding electromagnetism is only dominant at the microscopic level. And when it gets to the macro level, it has charge negation, because you have positive and negative charges, which then cancel each other out. And so you get to the large, like the macro scale, then electromagnetism, while a stronger force at the macro scale than gravity, cancels itself out, especially along longer distances. But gravity doesn't have a charge neutralization, and so as something is bigger, gravity grows more and more and more. And it only has one charge, only one velocity, which is down towards itself. It's simple, but flat earthers won't accept it. Canadian Space Advocate is the problem is Mikey is the problem with Mikey is if a scientist was to talk to him, he would just go off how scientists was lying or indoctrinated. Hey, SMO, how's it going there, Bendy Spoon? Nice to see you. Exactly. I mean, we've seen Mikey Smith talk to people like at the observatories, and when they talk to him, he goes blah 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 blah. You're just talking shit. You're just it's all fake. It's all fake. Space is a cartoon. He runs off. I got a video of that where he said that, and he's said this thing. The guy went turn on, try to talk to him, and he just ran away. Go, no, you're just talking. Space is fake. Space is fake, and ran away. And is shouting how he's suing the Canadian Space Agency. So that's Mikey doesn't want the truth. He's not interested in the truth, and it's down to the fact is he feels special and he feels smart, and you got people like Matthew Keem, Flat Earth Reconnaissance, and DJ No Moon telling him that he is smart and he's doing a good thing, and so it makes him feel good because Mikey has admitted he has learning difficulties and has probably felt inferior for a very, very long time, and now he feels like he's not inferior. Is that everybody's a sheep and they don't know, and he knows the truth, and actually he's very smart and everybody else is stupid, and so he'll never give it up. He's definitely a lifer. He may end up with Marcus Leach making me end up with his own chapter in the DSM. Oh, who knows?
I'm going to show Google's number system on how to show gravity.
I was going to say I'd love to see Mikey X try and explain the pound replica experiment, but he'll just laugh and say it's fake and run away. And go blah blah blah, that's fake.
I'm going to sound really intelligent, and I'm going to say some really fancy words and how to describe the multiplications of how the curvature rate of this and this elevation, that elevation, and da. Ooh, I know how to use big words. I feel intelligent. That's my proof. Again, did you think you did something there? Are you really that tired? I'll give you an example. But I don't think people are understanding where I'm coming from. Let's use Michael Jordan as an example.
Calder? Yeah, he is disrespectful, yeah.
When did he ever say stop or quit? When did he ever say that? Huh? When did he ever say, well, I'm just going to be lazy today? When did he ever say that? I took what everybody does in this world is follow other people instead of thinking for themselves, or the P1000, or the piece of rat shit videos that are still being posted about the star. You're not married to it, and neither is anybody else. I'm the one person who has broke free from that piece of shit technology, okay? And I have figured out, because why? Because I know how to think for myself.
No, it's the fact he has no idea how to use the freaking optics, because I have seen people use the P1000, and if you put it into manual mode and know how to manually focus it, you can get some okay observations with it. The problem is the flat earthers don't understand how to do that and how to kind of like use the camera to its fullest to be able to do that, because you can't just put it on auto and have auto zoom and focus in on a star. The auto zoom isn't good enough for that, but you can get some okay shots. The thing is, and I've done a video on this ages ago, if you know how to use the optics, you don't need to spend $1,000 or more for a camera like that. I have an older DLSR camera that I put a half decent lens on it, and because the sensor is about 3 times bigger than the P1000s, I could get just as good a shots, but I have a bigger sensor to collect all that light coming in, as opposed to the P1000's smaller sensor. And the small sensor is a lot more sensitive and better technology, but there is, like, when it comes to astrophotography, there is kind of, limits here. Mikey, your blurs of jizz covered binoculars aren't evidence. Exactly, yeah. Moon near the horizon seen simultaneously by people at different latitudes. The moon is rotated, showing vertical varies. Gravity demonstrated. Yeah. And he's extremely Glenn Millie is he's extremely jealous of intelligent people. He is, yeah. Marcus Leach, I've used a P990, older brother to the 900 1000, to take decent star shots. Usually better than anything Mikey can do. I've done the exact same thing, and I've used a is it Sony A380, which is like 10 years older than T1, but it has a it's like a 14.2 megapixel, and I've sensor, and I've took much better pictures of the stars than Mikey has. And I haven't used it for a while, actually. I need to get back out with it, because it's kind of fun using the DLSR. Just do like just shots like that. Lunar eclipses are great for getting lots of people to post time identifiable pictures. Yeah. Earth flat brain dead.
We'll say that one more time. I know how to think for myself. This is why I'm recording and taking pictures of the firmament.
Mikey doesn't actually know how to think for himself. He parrots a lot of talking points that other flat earthers say. He usually parrots a lot of like low-level flare stuff.
And what actual real stars look like. Okay? So if you like masturbating to blurry P1000 or P900 videos...
Fucking Mikey's freaking the talk. Have you seen his videos? Fucking hell. On blurry stuff like that. His are so blurry. Like I actually kind of convinced that Mikey's rubbing Vaseline on his binoculars lenses, because I don't know how else he's getting that absolute garbage shots of stuff. Like, fuck. Dark is like, Mikey just wants to be right. He doesn't care about the truth. If he was taken to the edge of space and seen the curve of the earth with his own eyes, he would still be in denial. Correct, yeah. Like, pretty much all flat earthers, yeah.
Of stars and so-called planets. Help you out, guys. I'm not going to stay at your level anymore. Kill myself. Because it's so pathetic watching 6 people talk to each other doing absolutely nothing.
This is jumping because obviously he was starting to break up.
0. Tell me what you're doing talking to 6 other people doing nothing. Tell me what... And I'm not yelling. I'm trying to talk loud because of my stupid throat. Because if I whisper, it ain't going to come out. Again, I'm putting in the hours, the hundreds of hours, and yet I get shit for it. I'm basically...
Alright, he ends the stream there. Alright, so... Blurry is a nuclear, yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know why it's not going on here. Let's just look at his lives here. There we are. All right, I'm going to pause that for now. We're going to go back to this other one for a bit, and we'll come back and check on Mikey in a bit. But yeah, hearing Rage is kind of funny. So I'm on here for another 55 minutes, and then we're going to be passing over to FTFE.
You understand? So,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, and with money and with the best storage, because when you have like millions of people, you have also millions of dollars, and you have billions. And I always say that people say, "Oh, but we don't want
Unless
to."
you guys
want to make money. We want to make a lot.
Unless you guys want me to stick with Mikey Smith, it's up to you. But that will continue with this, and we'll check on him a little later.
Lots of money. We need fucking billions, because we're gonna have to build our intelligence and security network worldwide. We're gonna have to create our own communication, network worldwide. We're gonna have to support channels worldwide. We're gonna have to create our own political parties in every fucking state, every fucking country. Just like there are the green
So he wants to create freaking political parties, flat Earth political parties. Like, what the fuck's that gonna do? Like campaigning that all measurements that show curvature are actually flat Earth measurements. Like, are they just gonna do like the whole like David Oakley thing and not even do that and just just like claim all measurements are flat Earth measurements and nobody can see anything better? Good question. So, SMB Bendy Spoon says, what is the current amount for CT's GoFundMe? Good question. Let's go. I'm gonna go on here. We're going to refresh it. We're at 36,117. So thanks people for donating. Remember the link is at the top of the screen there, on top of the chat. So it was at 36,117. Now it's at 36,137. Sweet. So we've got a recent donation from Norman Bland. I don't know how to bring up the donations yet. There we are. So let's see here. So Norman Bland, $20, 40 9 minutes ago. Thank you very much. We have 85, $10, 59 minutes ago. Appreciate ND5. Mike Gurney, $206 an hour ago. Awesome, Mike Gurney. And Frank Button, $20 an hour ago. Thank you very much, Fred Button. And then 2 hours ago, which was before I was on here, Jason Chasen, $76. We got Michael Harrison, $16. We got Gus Glenn, $30, and Jeffrey Skies, $381. Wow. You know what? It's gonna help out loads. We're working on. We got Gustav Lavato, $30. Justin Ortiz, $38. David George, $152. Roger Hawkins, $30. Dave Breen, $35. Anonymous, $48. Anonymous is helping out loads, isn't I? Malcolm Green, $152. Ian Regan, $10. Robbie Newman, $487. Wow, and wow, that's awesome, Robbie Newton. And Martin Zierker, $200. Absolutely fan-friggin-tastic. Thanks a lot, people. We are really helping out Critical Think here, and we'll check on this a little bit here again. But yeah, we're at $36,137. Check one more time. I'm just gonna refresh it here. So yeah, so since we've started here, we got $20 there. Fantastic, so much appreciated. Let's continue on with Hakeem Derp. Bendy Spoony donated yesterday. Muchly appreciated. We're helping for Critical Think out, and every little bit helps. Doesn't matter. Every single one of those donations, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I wish I could give to. I'm doing the best I can here with this. Unfortunately, it's a bit strapped for cash, especially after having to pay for the funeral just to be in the middle of this past week here. And then my wife and I, we also paid for the reception out of our own pockets. My father-in-law kind of did the funeral, we did the reception, and we helped try to pitch in and stuff like that. So yeah, it was we're a little bit strapped for cash. So I'm doing the best I can with this, and I don't know. I'll look at the finances to see if I can help donate. If not now, then maybe later when money kind of comes in and stuff like that. I still gotta go and clear out her place and everything this week. So. It's not done yet.
Greens, the people like for Greenpeace, all that shit.
Yeah.
In every country, it doesn't matter if they have like 1% or 2%, but same thing. In every country, it should be like a flat Earth movement, a flat Earth political party with representatives. It doesn't matter if we take the government or not.
I could see the shills going straight to that.
This is what they're scared.
You know what I mean? They would go straight to that.
When you think about it, we have all the potential to make it happen. We have the people, we have the brains, we have the.
So Sam wants every single country have a flat Earth political party and movement. I mean, for one, you had to have that. You'd actually have, you actually have to be able to do something, have some sort of intelligence, because if you're going to make a political party, you need to actually have a political platform that's going to make sense and that's going to have something people are going to support. You also going to have donations that people actually paying the support. Like we've got a few political parties that have started up as of lately in the UK, due to things going on here and people who are supporting them and giving money. First they had this thing, and then they had to put it out, and then see if got enough people that donate in and buy in, become members of the party, to then have a party that could maybe start doing campaigning and stuff like that. So it takes work. It's not easy. You can't just sit on the internet and just yap in your freaking living room and think it's going to happen. And that's the problem. Flat earthers, they can't even go out and prove the flat earth. They can't go out and do real measurements and do real demonstrations or observations or experiments. How are they going to go and start doing stuff like to create something like that? It's never going to fucking happen. This is definitely a pipe dream that Sam yammering on, but it's never going to fucking happen. Yeah, Lindsay Bowes like brains, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Marcus Leach on Pension. I've heard of this spare money thing and have read about it in the ancient scrolls. Marcus Leach. I know. I mean, me and the missus just went around to the cheapest, dubbed the cheapest grocery store in England, and I mean, just for what we got, I can remember it was only a couple of years ago. What we had got would have cost us half of what we have now. What cost us to get, and we were just doing bits and bobs, a bit of a shopping top up, and it was at least double, if not more. And that was the cheapest shop. And we didn't get the name brand stuff. We get like the stuff that's, we try to get the okay things because we don't want to eat crap all the time. But we don't go for like the name brand super expensive stuff. We go for Aldi's own. We go shopping at Aldi, which is supposed to be like the cheapest shop, and it's still just insanely expensive.
The heart, we have everything to make it happen, and this is what they're very fucking scared of. This is what they're aiming at, imploding the community, so it never gets organized. You understand? Because
look, flat earthers themselves stop themselves from getting organized. Like nobody in the global side is going to stop flat earthers if they actually had the means or the will, but they don't want to because it's too lazy. It costs too much money. Yeah, Bendy Spoon, I think, is everywhere, mate. Honestly, it's the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket. Let's be honest.
We can take over. We can build our own.
There is value in that. There is value in that.
Of course, you kidding me?
I could see that, but I'd just be weary about the shills, because like any type of group, okay, like think about channels on YouTube. If you look at the comment section, there's people that want to be moderators. Do you ever see that? Like people actively trying to be moderators on multiple channels. Mm-hmm. Those are the infiltrators.
So I tell you something.
So that's what I mean. There's going to be nonstop infiltration.
Yeah, but that cannot stop us from.
And Glenn Milley's like they'd have to leave their mom's basements. This is true, and flat earthers don't want to do it. Please, Space Advocate. I wish you luck with that. 3/4 of a firewood just arrived. Awesome. I mean, I had a wood fire for a while, but we just decided to go with the gas one because we're just getting wood and stuff here. It's not as easy as I know you live over in you said you're in New Brunswick, so yeah, you got a bit more means, but easier to get wood there. I'm in I'm in the UK in the built up the city, so it's not nearly as commonplace here.
Progressing and counter, striking.
Good exercise,
we have to strike them. We're gonna have to fight these people sooner or later.
That's why I think it is happening organically, though. Like, because a lot of people are flat earthers now. So it's like, even though
they're not really actually. A lot of people are walking away from the flat earth movement.
Not organized. People are just, in a way, organically coming together. Like on social media, like how we're talking now on YouTube. It's happening slow, but it's happening though. So there is awareness, but I want to just be careful about the shills that they want to be leaders, people that want to be moderate.
Well, Canadian Space Advocate, just remember, do a few stretches and stuff like that, limber up, loosen up a bit, and Washington's chopped wood, but I do believe, try not to use your back so much, but kind of come down, use your whole body weight, come down, and you'll find it a lot more easier and not as taxing on the back. Real Cygnus is like, and they make the poor mom bring the hot pockets all the way down every time, and they also make mom refill, bring the Dr. Pepper with them and take the other one that they filled up themselves, take it away, don't they? Ricardo's like, we can all agree these guys would make it as politicians. They can talk for hours without saying anything and without answering any questions. The only thing is, they'd actually have to be able to say stuff that is somewhat believable and have at least an ounce of intelligence. And flat earthers seem to be lacking in a few of those things, as well as they'd have to, well, as Real Sigma said, they'd have to actually get up and put on some nice clothes and get out of their mom's basement and maybe have a shower or two. But and that's just too much like work for them.
Moderators, because they want power to eliminate who they don't like.
Fuck what they want. We cannot be. We can be aware of the shields, but not be scared of them. Don't be scared of nobody, of nothing. If you go to war, you cannot be scared. You have to.
Well, that's why I call people out. That's like whenever I see it or hear it, I'll say it like immediately, even in a chat.
So now check it out, how you can turn something, something around. Lots of people told me, but you know what? If we make a federation of flat earthers worldwide, or an association, or some kind of a group, something organized, of course it's going to be infiltrated and everything. But look at TFE.
Oh, it's all split the Canadian Space Advocate. Well, that's not so bad then. So you just gotta get the cords and just stack it somewhere and somewhere is dry, ready for the winter and stuff like that. And wait, well, that's not so bad. Politics is fake though. Well, I mean, you can say politicians are fake, as in like they portray something they really aren't, especially when they're trying to get voted in. They'll say anything to get their vote. Doesn't mean that they're actually being honest, and then they get in and realize that the person they've made themselves out to be isn't really who they are. The UK's case in point. Everybody thought that Labour would be good. They thought, oh yeah, Keir Starmer, yeah. They're realizing that the worst that we had before, shit, and what we had before was shit. So Marcus Leach said, how can these people seem to actually believe their obvious nonsense? What particular brain damage makes this possible? That is a good question, Marcus Leach. And if nothing else, I think flat earthers could contribute something to science. I honestly think they could. And that'd be how to study them. How to study, maybe have a bit of study them in psychology, study them in like maybe different other questions, other studies, and then when their time is finally come to an end, then we can study the brains and see where the damage has gone, where the flat spots are, and maybe we can understand cognitive dissonance and how people can believe such ridiculous nonsense, and maybe help improve human intelligence and knowledge. I think they could contribute. That's about the extent of their contributions to science. Everything else, they got nothing.
They infiltrated us without us being organized, without having an organization. So this is also a good example for us to understand that infiltration can happen also when we're not organized.
Yeah, that's true too.
This is what, and I believe that if we were organized, it would have never happened. Because if we were organized, we will be organized around a core of people, like a solid core of a few officers. This is how you make a group. You take like 6, 7, 10 people together, bond together like brothers, and then out of this you have more and more soldiers, and you build around. So the guys cannot come to the core; they can just gravitate around, and they can.
That's what I think is happening, Sam. Yeah. Look at that's how I think, or what I think is going on now is the fake flat earthers are getting exposed. Now that core is like forming. And the people that are saying illogical, dumb things, they're not going to get it. But then again, there are channels that support that.
See, once again, here they are blaming other flat earthers for being fake, which I do find quite entertaining. Because what makes somebody a real flat earther? What makes somebody a fake flat earther? And who decides who's real and fake?
There are channels that support Dave Weiss. Get it? So they too have their group they're forming. So it's what I mean? It's just more groups. Exactly. I'm kind of more individual minded though.
Yes, but because you think about yourself. If we think about ourselves, it's the best, to be individual because you don't want to be in trouble. But if we think for the collective, it's something else. That means that we can only survive as a community if we are organized. If we organize, it's much harder to fuck with us because we have the contacts all over the place. We have the people, we have the money, we have our intelligence services, we can know who you are, where you live, whatever. Just don't fuck around with us. You want to fuck with us, we can fuck with you. But as a a herd of like wild animals going around like this, just like waiting for people to hunt us
Hey,
down.
well, God looks after us, Sam. God will protect us. God
Yes.
will guide us. We have
Yes.
to pray about it, and then we follow what God wants us to do, like what the
That-
Bible
that-
says.
That is true too. But the thing is that you see,
It's true.
as
It's absolutely true.
as a Jew, we have a slightly different teaching than in Christianity. For example, of course, God is love and God wants good for us, but God has laws. Even Moses had an army. Moses was talking to God face to face.
Yeah.
He can make miracles. Why do you need an army? No, he needs an army. You understand? That means that even though God
Even
can be with
Jesus
us,
too. Jesus, his team, they had weapons. They
Oh,
could
yeah,
stop
really?
the Romans. If you look at that story,
see that?
how Peter cut off the ear of the Roman,
Yeah,
and you know what? You have to be pretty close to do that.
yeah, of course.
Now I could be wrong on this. I'm not nearly as up on the Bible and religion as I was way back in the day when I was a kid and I was being made to go to church. But as far as I know, wasn't Jesus a pacifist, and all of his disciples? Wasn't the whole thing like about like Jesus Christianity, like turn the other cheek and love thy neighbor as they love thyself, and stuff like that? Wasn't that kind of the original teachings of Jesus? Was the pacifism and peace, like more peace and kind of love and stuff, to a point. I don't remember hearing anybody like of Jesus' disciples cutting off the ear of anybody, or that they ran around with weapons. It's not nothing. I'm pretty sure I don't remember that ever being in the Bible that I remember. So, but hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
So that's what I'm saying is like Jesus, his crew, they were armed.
You see the same example, and people that are close to God always have to have like
But look at even Jesus was betrayed though too. So it's like no matter how good the group is, there's still betrayal.
Yeah, but in that story, he was betrayed, but it was at the end it's gonna be for the best. Like it's like something bad turns into something good.
Yeah. It's the Hurston too. God protects. How? Wow, no concept of lessons of history. No, that's true. Yeah. Marcus Leach. Poplar's always kind of junk wood, but it makes excellent charcoal for black powder. Oh yeah, there you are. In chemistry. SM Bendy Spoon. If they have the money, how come they can't go to Antarctica? Good question. Because they don't have the money because their mom won't raise their allowance. Glenn Mill. Beat your swords into plowshares. And Benny Spoon. Yep, definitely a pacifist. Yeah.
Can transform something bad into something good. Look at the state for us Jews. The state of Israel is something good, but it came from from something bad. It came from the Holocaust. The Jews used that Holocaust, and they said, "Okay, we're going to use that now to create a state." Say, "Okay, it's enough. Look at what happened." So of course they used it to create a state.
But then again, they might be doing bad stuff though too. Like that guy Netanyahu, he might.
I'm pretty sure that the Jewish people were around way before the Second World War. In fact, there is history and stuff and stories talking about how they overthrew the Canaanites, which is where the Israelites may have come from Egypt at one point. Like there are people that kind of segregated, had their own beliefs, and then they eventually migrated down into Canaan, and they may have, and then they started kind of. Now there's differing stories on if they came in and they actually killed the Canaanites, or if it was a gradual thing that what happened. Nick N has said, yes, the story is in the Bible. Then Jesus rebuked him and miraculously reattached ear. Okay, there you are. See, as I said, I'm not really all that up on Bible and Bible stories. I don't remember that one, but hey, like I said, there's people out there who know a lot more than I do, so I claim not to know. So, all right, cool. All right, see you. There's Bendy Spoon. Thanks for coming in, stopping in. Fantastic. We're gonna check one more time here. It's 25 after, so I got another 35 minutes before FTFE takes over. So we're gonna check up on critical thing, and where we're at. We're still at 36 on 137. Fantastic. Top donation, obviously, is Jerry Williams, Where's Wally, and Norman Bland. Okay. Fantastic. All right. They're still at that there, so we're going to continue on, and we'll see how it is. We'll check on that a little later. Get back over here. Mouse. There it is. Okay.
Be doing bad stuff. We don't know. But then
Check it
again,
out.
Glimilka said, yes, but Simon, Simon Peter cut off a man's ear. Jesus healed it. Okay.
I don't think he's a Jew. I think he's a fake.
He's
I don't think he's real.
He's from
Yeah,
Poland.
he's like a reptile. You know that? Like the reptile people? That's what
tell you,
Netanyahu is.
From
I'm pretty sure Netanyahu is Jewish, and he lives in Israel. And I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. Well, let's double check that. But claiming he's a lizard is stretching pretty far. That's a bit bullshit there. So I don't know. He's going into the David Icke realm here. So Matthew Keane is showing he'll believe almost any conspiracy.
your point of view, from the outside, you might see him as somebody evil. From the inside, I tell you the way I see him, he's a guy that is very much connected to every fucking elites in the world, like all the elites.
Yes.
That's 100%.
Yes.
But now you have to understand something, that on the other side, for us in Israel, for the state of Israel, he's doing a lot of good. That means that he's the kind of guy that's going to use everything he can. He's going to use everybody in order to attain his objectives. So he can be Illuminati with Illuminati. He's going to be a Freemason, but he's going to use this for the state and for survival. Because people here are trying to kill him. Lots of Israelis.
He's gambling. He's gambling with your guys' lives.
Well,
No, that's why I say he's not a Jew. He's not like a normal guy. Like a normal person. He's like you said. He's like the elite.
Yeah,
he's not.
But
you know what I mean?
So far, look at the wars that we have. No country in the world, not the America, the Chinese, and the Russians together, would have ever done what Israel.
Let's go this way. I'm going here. So, Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu is an Israeli politician, diplomat who has served in prime minister Israel since 2022. Previously held office. So, born in Tel Aviv, Netanyahu was raised in West Jerusalem, in the United States. He returned to Israel in 1967 and joined the Israeli Defense Force and served in the Syriac Malik Special Forces. In 1972, returned to the U.S. after graduating from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Is now leader of opposition. Oh, here, I should see here. Let's look and see if it says his religion here. Higher education, early career, leadership, prime minister. All right. Return. So I'm just kind of more interested if it talks about his religion here, but political position, conflict. Real sickness is the stuff of the situation over there. The whole they did it first thing will never end. No, they've been fighting for ever and ever and ever. Like I said, back in the day, the Israelis came into what it was called Canaan at the time, way back in like the 1300 BCE or even earlier, and they've been fighting since. So it's never going to end. Hey, Abarux, how's it going? Nice to see you come. Nice to see you in there. I'm just quickly checking something on Netanyahu. I don't know if it's down here. I don't know. I'm not seeing it here. Oh crap! What is that? It's on the side there. Early life and career. Was born in Tel Aviv. His mother was born to in he was born to pt.2 Ottoman Empire's Western family of Jerusalem. Her family had migrated from Minneapolis in 1911. Relocated there, Lithuania, and studied degrees in. Father also born. I can't pronounce that name. Was a historian specializing in Jewish Golden Age of Spain. What's that here? I just clicked this one though. Golden Age of Spain. His paternal grandfather Nathan Milikowski is a rabbi and a Zionist writer. When Netanyahu's father immigrated to humanitarian Palestine, he raised his surname from Milikowski to Netanyahu, meaning God has given. While his family is predominantly Ashkenazi, he has said that DNA tests revealed him to have some Sephardic ancestry. He claims descendant from the Villain Genon. This is stuff I don't actually know. I'm not big on. With his second and 3 children. So yeah, Netanyahu is Jewish by the looks of it, and in fact, his grandfather, paternal grandfather, was actually a rabbi. So I don't know if he gets more Jewish than that. So once again, Matthew Keem lying through his teeth.
Did to the Iranian to control their airspace in like 2 days.
Well, you gotta admit,
to decapitate the fucking generals in like
Israel
2 days.
has help from USA though. You gotta admit that. You gotta admit that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, you gotta
It's gonna have help with the Russians, and the USA have help from us, and help from also other people.
Marcus thinks just like the entire region is musical chairs, and has been and as to who is oppressed to the oppressor. It is true. Like I said, I looked at a little bit of the history of Israel itself, the area, and after it went from being Canaan, then it took over, then eventually changed over, and the 12 tribes of Israel had lived there. Then it was separate states from there. Then it became Eastern Syria for a while, and then it was another place. It was changed another name, and then eventually it was Palestine. Eastern Western Palestine, and then when in the Accord of 1948, I believe, is when then they changed, they separated it, and there already was a Jewish community there, but what it is drew the line, and this is just what I've learned, drew the line, and they had the Israeli state and then the Palestinian state, where they had primarily more of the so you had the Jews over there, been living there for years, for centuries, and it has kind of separated where you had the Palestinians and the can't think of the name, but they're not Jewish. They're would it be Islam? It would be Islamic or Muslim or something like that. State over there, and that's why they drew the lines where they did. This is what it said. So.
So it's always a game, but it is Israel that goes there. You understand? And it's mostly the Mossad. Don't believe that the Americans give everything to Israel. It's like games. It's like you give me, I give you. It's like it's not.
Well, it's like a partnership. I mean, the people that run Israel, that's like the same people that run United States.
Yeah, yes and no. That means I tell you something.
Not really. No, United States and Israel are separate countries, and they got separate governments.
The Jews are smart people. They're survivors. So they're gonna use everything they can to survive and to stay alive. So now, if you have a big state, big country like America, So you're going to try, of course, to go there in order to have their help. You don't want to have their help from fucking North Korea or from Zimbabwe. You know, in Zimbabwe, you don't have any Jewish lobby. It's free. In North Korea, there's no Jewish lobby. It's free. You understand? This is stupid because it goes both ways. No,
And I think North Korea's got enough problems and oppression there. I mean, it's one of the most secretive, most oppressive countries or states in the world. In fact, if you don't say the right thing, then you disappear. There probably is. I wouldn't say there's Jewish there because we're being more of the Far East and stuff. They'd have primarily other religions that would have been more established there. But using North Korea isn't really a good example.
The technology we give, we have a lot of high-tech people here. The technology we give, the patents that we have, we also share with them. For example, like the F-35 that we received from America, we take all the fucking electronic in the garbage and we put our own electronics, much more advanced than the American electronics.
Do those jets? Do they work on the Sabbath?
Oh, it's
just a joke. I'm sorry.
No,
it's just a joke.
It's allowed. It's allowed to work for security. It's allowed to work on Shabbat. For security, you can do everything which is forbidden. At one point, if it is.
A lot of militaries will do that to a point. They'll get buying the platform and then they'll put in maybe their own kind of tech because their radar systems are going to be tuned to their own kind of how their radar and all their stuff works, as well as they're going to have their own systems. If they use the exact same stuff the Americans would use, and the Americans sold the F-35s to other countries, which they may or may not. Then you can have other countries all have exactly the same stuff. They're going to know how to hack or how to disable the electronics. So you can put your own stuff in there that's going to have your own kind of tweaks and how your pilots are trained and stuff. So this is actually a common thing. And there's a fella on TikTok. His name is it Old Science Guy or something like that. He talks a lot about military jets. Go all through the years. I think he's ex RAF technician or something like that, and so he has a lot of knowledge, and he talks about some of these jets and sometimes certain ones of history, even going up to more recent, and how they're sold sometimes to different countries, how they would have changed stuff out due to and why, and how it made them better or made it worse on different platforms. Quite interesting guy, and also he debunks the flat Earth as well on the side, but he primarily focuses a lot on stuff like that. So he's a good guy.
For security to survive it, you can just cancel all the laws. There's only 3 things we cannot do, for surviving.
Yeah, I know what that means. It's meant for rest. It's meant for not working. It's meant for resting. Even the animals, right? The work animals.
No. It's not for the animals. It's not for the animals.
Well, no, think of it. It is, because even the animals get a day off on the Sabbath.
I don't know about that. I think
you don't know about that, because look at the people. If the people don't work the fields, it's not like the bull is going to start tilling the ground on its own. So even the animals take a day off on the Sabbath.
Yeah, the animals that are.
Well, imagine it's Marcus Leach. I've seen some their Iron Curtain, Iron Dome they had anti-aircraft. It was quite interesting. It's quite cool to kind of see that when they had the conflict with Iran. My brain's gone right now. When they were attacking, obviously there's missiles going over top, and they got a majority of them, quite a bit. I mean, that is supposed to be one of the best anti-aircraft, anti-missile systems in the world. Obviously, nothing's 100% perfect, but it got a lot. It did, it did. But they said they've been fighting these wars for a very, very long time. So I think they have quite a massive budget to put into these systems and to have the best. As pointed out before, and stuff, the Middle East is like a powder keg. There's constant fighting, there's constant stuff. It's been going like that for centuries. So these people it's like almost daily life to them. It's kind of sad, and I think for us to realize that people that we live in more in the Western countries and Western world, this how privileged we really do have it. It's quite I think sometimes we forget about this.
Close to the Jewish people, yes.
Yeah, the working animals.
Because they won't be working. But anyways, the Torah is not made for the animals, and even for the nations. You don't have to do Shabbat. You don't have to eat kosher. According to to our books, to our scriptures. You can eat snakes, you can eat cockroaches, you can eat
Oh,
everything.
that's gross. I wouldn't do that.
Only there are basic laws. You cannot eat an animal alive or part of an animal alive. So everything which is like oysters and everything is forbidden because you eat them alive. Okay, it doesn't have maybe the same feelings than another animal, but eating alive, eating with blood, it's forbidden. Those are like basic laws for everybody because it's not good neither for us, not for you also. But all the rest of those are laws that are proper to the people of Israel because they have a special role to play. So they have to have special tools.
And it's meant for health too. Like those laws, they're not just meant for to be holy. It's meant to be like safe.
Yeah,
like,
but
Ricardo asks, I wonder what do clerics think will happen if the Earth is proven flat? Will they? What will that we will hail them as our saviors and make them our leaders? Yes. Some of them actually really sincerely do believe that. They think that that they will be hailed as their top leaders, scientists that will have to put them on pedestals and say they've always right and we've all wrong and all science is wrong and that all their science is right. And maybe make them leaders or make them like the purveyors of all of education, and that we would have to admit that everything we say is wrong. Because a lot of flat earthers don't believe in just one conspiracy, they believe in pretty much all the conspiracies.
Healthy for the body.
This is discussable because today there are lots of products that are kosher that are absolutely not healthy. Coca-Cola is kosher, it's not healthy. A lot of shit are kosher, you understand? So there's a big problem today with this. So it's not, can a poison be kosher? You understand? So that's the thing.
That's true.
We have to be careful today. Everything is like mixed up. But again, to come back to flat earth,
we got a couple minutes left. We got maybe like 6 minutes or so left.
Okay. So just to tell you that about the flat earth community, we have to understand that we are very important, very precious, very exceptional, and we can make the difference. We have the potential to make the difference. I'm not talking about just like talking about flat earth, smoking, and just talking about.
I hate to break it to sound, but flat earth is not important. They're not very intelligent, and pretty much 99% of the world doesn't really give a shit about flat earth or flat earthers. They don't even actually know about them. I only happen to have heard about the flat earth because my father-in-law likes to sit and watch YouTube at home. He's retired and all, and he happened to come up somewhere and he went, oh yeah, this person here, these people, there's some people out there that believe the world is flat. And I went, what? People believe the world is flat? Wasn't that debunked like 1,000 years ago? Like, holy crap. Like, I thought we already knew all this, that was wrong. So I was like, holy crap, never even heard of it. So. Real sicknesses, is it? And to think just as made in the U.S. was losing its meaning. There was a time when Japanese electronics was a joke, wish we had such inferior quality in a reasonable cost nowadays. Yeah. Marcus Leach, the foundational flat earth theory necessarily needs to be propped up by denying a huge swath of supporting reality. Yeah. For sure. Well, continue on here. This guy's almost done yammering on.
Flat earth this is bullshit. we have to act at one point because again,
not just smoke weed,
knowledge.
But also,
we have to
get formed.
Again, knowledge comes with responsibility. You cannot be aware of a crime that is going on and don't do nothing. You understand? So that's the
you know what?
We
also, it could be like we're doing God's work in a way. Like God's spirit is.
Sorry, this is my 15-minute warning. Let me know that my time's coming up here. So I got 15 minutes left, and then we will we'll be passing it on over to Craig McNeil. So I'm going to see if we can get the. I don't know if FTFE is in here. I haven't seen him on. So we will. I'll see if we can get the link for his stream here. So we'll continue on here.
Motivating flat earthers, whatever religion they are, even if they're atheists. God's spirit is coming down on the people to talk about it because it's a huge deception that the earth is a ball, and God does not want people to think dumb things that aren't real. So God's spirit is moving people to talk about it. And like me, I debate about it, and a lot of people, like God bless Mikey Smith, for his car, he goes everywhere with his car, he does his thing. It's like God's spirit motivating people.
But again, I tell you, the people that are seeking for the truth about flat earth, about anything else, automatically they're gonna at the end they're going to find God, because God is at the center of the truth. There's no lie in him. So the more you investigate, the more you're digging, for truth, and the closer to God you're going to come automatically. So the thing is that, of course, God is acting in this whole affair. But again, remember, the flat Earth movement is not just about the shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is what's going to bring us together. Because the Earth, we all live on the Earth. Jews, not Jews, Christians, fat people, black people, blue.
Fat people and blue people.
People who's like a Trump or something like fucking Star Wars. Like all kinds of people. So that's okay. We all live in the same place. So it concerns everybody. This is made to get us together. But then we're gonna go deeper.
All right, I'm just going to post on here the this is FTFE's when in about 15 minutes here. We're moving over, so I'm just going to post it in the chat there, and I'll post it a little later just so everybody knows, because I can't send over because I don't have the capability to send people over to his channel until I get about 1,000 subs. Unfortunately, I do not have that access.
Then it's going to be like deeper and deeper. That means that the flat Earth movement is about exposing not just the lies about the shape of the Earth, but all lies.
Yes,
it's very important, because it's a big fight. The fight for flat Earth is a spiritual war. It's a fight against everything which is natural, everything which is good, everything which is godly and holy, and that's the war. You understand? So that's why these people, they might come to the point where they're going to say, well, at one point, okay, you're right, the Earth is flat, but it stops there, and just don't say it anymore. Just okay, it's possible to have 24 hours on the Earth. It's possible. Everything.
But that's when the lies come in, the dumb things.
Exactly.
The confusion about.
Exactly. So
and everything's really easy. Once I started to put it all together, how all the lights are moving, it does seem very easy, like very simple, how God made it.
But look how important we are for these people to have been sent, to have been missioned, to have the mission to start the flat Earth movement, to be at its very foundation, to create it in order to better, kill it and better implode it. And this is what I wanted to tell you, is that in the scriptures, it is mentioned something like this. When when the king of Egypt sends those nurses, maybe I talked to you about this.
Yeah, we were yesterday.
Yeah, he sends those nurses that are supposed to deliver the babies. He sends them to kill the babies as they deliver them. So it's the same thing. Those nurses today that we have in the flat Earth community that were supposed to just create the flat Earth movement, make it come to life, make it, bring it to life. They have also the same mission than those nurses, is to kill it at the same time. As they bring it to life, they're gonna kill it. So this is what you have to understand. This is the logic behind this. You understand? How can you have somebody that's going to create something in order to kill it? Because in that case, you control the evolution of the movement. You control its growth.
Yeah, that's how they were trying to kill flat Earth, was by being the leaders.
Exactly.
And that's what I've always been saying. They say dumb things to people, and they're not using logic, especially when it comes to this final experiment fraud. Hey, anyway, Sam, we have about a minute left. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Love you, brother. Love having you on, and I would like to.
Oh, that was a lot of fucking derp, now, wasn't it? I mean, that was, man, the cognitive dissonance and the freaking delusion these two have is astounding. And but luckily, if you look at their live chat here on the side, you will notice that there is nobody else is coming here. I don't even think anybody's watching this. So it's these two yapping on at each other, and that was about it, really. This is 3 weeks ago. He's had 68 likes, and I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 or 5 of them were me. So at least 2 were, because I clicked on this again today to finish up watching it. Sorry, it's an alarm again. I forgot to turn it off. So yeah, there we are. So that was kind of fun. So we're gonna do real quick here. I got 10 minutes left here, so we're gonna go to the end, and then anybody wants to click on that link, I put it in the live chat for FTFE. Then we'll check out FTFE. He will be on from 11 until I think it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. He's got 3. I think it's 3 hours. I can double check here. Let's see. So, see, FTFE is on from 11 my time, UK time, from 11 till 2. So he's got a 3-hour live stream coming up. It looks like he's been talking about Flatzoid and his non-exit from the flat Earth for the 120th fucking time. In the meantime, here we're gonna check out Mikey Smith, see what he's up to, and then we'll roll it out here. What's he been up to here? We're gonna go to the end. Come on, what's you up to?
Chap, I think I might set that up too. Just makes it easier so for some people, maybe.
All right, look at that. Felon Dick Wayne. He's in Mikey Smith's chat.
Maybe.
Derping away in there. Roger Ledwell's in there.
So yeah, we're gonna be in the city in the next couple of minutes. I'll probably go wash the car.
I mean, I don't know how many people he's got watching, but fucking hell, 25 people watching. I'm sure we've got more than that watching me.
I wanted to film that when I was
27, 26. Come on, people.
There goes Bumblebee in the whatever fucking car that was.
Marcus, has Mikey talked about his new optics? Marcus, I think Mikey has mentioned a few times. I think he loves his new binoculars and he wants to be buried with them. Apparently, so yeah. The thing is, he actually got a half decent shot of a like a cluster, and then he fucked up by putting his computer and then like digitally zooming in on it. So
damn, I don't want to go live until 7. So in 3 hours from now, I'm gonna go live again. That should be okay.
Almarax, yeah, Mikey bought himself a pair of they're chromatic aberration, like corrected binoculars. I think they're still 20 by 80s. So he's not getting any more magnification, but he has gotten like they got better lenses, so he's not getting those chromatic aberration nearly as bad. He's still using his cell phone pushed up to the eyepiece. So Earl Cygnus is like he did bitching binoculars. Yeah, they're like $500 or $600. Like they're expensive binoculars. Unfortunately, they're in the hands of a dimbo like Mickey Smith who has not a fucking clue how to use them. So yeah, they're gonna go to waste really.
Higher. I'll probably find out on the news later, but
yeah, Calder, I caught the end of the TDDS and Red Saturn stream. I caught where the just seen the end where I had got the ISS, where Red was able to capture it just as it came over the horizon and watch it for a bit. And I see a little bit of their observations of Saturn. I went back, but I haven't watched the whole thing. It's like 4 or 5 hours live when I was trying to prepare for this. But yeah, and Red's just got a fantastic freaking kit there. You know, I have a very basic beginner stuff. I got some of my own observations of Saturn, but yeah, I'll have to check it out. It's pretty cool. I don't think Joanne's with him this time, Canadian Space Advocate. I think Mikey's on his own. He's soloing it now. Oh, he's buffering again. Roger Ledwell says he claimed the answer to the radar claim last night. Bullshit. He probably just derped. Fucking made some shit up. And Alberex, yeah, I mean the what you guys play a lot better. Even what I have, I got a Celestron Astromaster. I got from off eBay for like £50 from a charity shop. And it's a used telescope I got for cheap. I have this SV Boney planetary camera, and I get much better stuff than Mikey Smith and his $600 binoculars. So I'd be really interested to see if I had the same money he put out and put it on probably a telescope and like an Astro camera and stuff. It'd be probably freaking miles better than what he can get, and I could probably still have a couple $100 in my back pocket to go buy my wife dinner.
That new Dodge, Dodge Durango, Hellcat, jailbreak edition. Ooh. That thing is psycho.
They always are, the SBRs.
710 horsepower. Seems about right. I can do my flat earth activism super duper fast.
Yeah, super duper fast, but freaking, have you seen the MPG on those? Woo! You weren't going very far. You're filling up again. Still fun though. I used to work on Dodges. They used to, before they had the Hellcats and stuff, they just had like the SB. No, I'm thinking. Sorry. Yeah, is it SBR? SRT8. When they had that out, 0 to 60 in like, what was it, 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, wet or dry, when they had it on the Cherokee. That was pretty cool. Aldebrand, aloha, just in time. Unfortunately, I'm only on for another 2 minutes, and then I'm handing off the FTFE. Unfortunately, my time got changed, so
everybody,
for like the third time.
Everybody that I know in this town's out of town today, so can't go visit anybody. Boom, chaka boom.
Thanks for coming in, Canadian Speaks Advocate. I'm going to post the link one more time in the chat here for go over to FTFE's live stream. Here's the live chat here. This is FTFE. Just a click called this here, take you over to his channel. I thank you everybody for coming in and seeing and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to click the like button if you haven't already. And donate to Critical Think. And I will be seeing you all later. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everybody coming in and following me if you haven't already, like I said before. And let's see how far we can get Critical Think going. I appreciate that, and I will definitely see you all later. And I might check out some Mikey if Mikey Smith does anything actually interesting. Then we'll see. You did, Aldebrand, yes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in and having a little chat with me. But yeah, that's it. So, all right, we're gonna see FTFE, see if he's started his live stream here. I think he is up and running. Hold on here. All right. Yep, all right, FTFE is up and running. I will see you all later. Thanks a lot, people, and we will see you soon. Said that all the Rex. Unfortunately, I learned a long time ago that I don't have the patience for manual setups. That's why the Dwarf 3 was such a draw for me, especially when I've got the EQ update. Oh, drawback is not a lot. Focal length, all right. Thanks a lot, Monkey in the Works. Thanks for coming in, buddy. And 100%, yeah, well, check out and see what FTFE is up to, and I'll maybe keep an eye on Mikey Smith here for a bit, but I'm going to have to call it. But thanks again, and I'm going to go out with my little outro. So remember, people, Earth is definitely a globe, space is real, but don't forget, stay curious. I will definitely be seeing you all again. Hopefully I'll be on for my Wednesday live stream and normal Wacko Wednesday live stream. So watch for that. And that's it. Thanks again. Bye.
NASA lies, yeah, that's what I say. Don't have proof or facts in any way. I claim the moon's made of plasma, a place no one can go. The Apollo program's a scam, I can't back it up though. They talk about the ISS is floating in space. You ask me in a pool, I'd say is the case. Satellones in the sky held up by helium balloons. But bro, that's just a lie, cause that's what all bitches do. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. The firmament is real, a dome up above, but I'll never prove it, so lost that I'm dumb. I know the world is flat, trust your sense of sight. Saying gravity's just a theory is why I'm up at night. NASA is phony like a show or movie, fake like on stage. Truman Show child's play, it's just but suck at this game. Because I'm just a dick with only my stupid self to blame. But I'm so fucking sure that the earth is flat, based on how I feel with my pop-up flare. Swear my blind faith is what keeps it real. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime. The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I can't know why. NASA in Hebrew, it means to lie or deceive. My flirt priest told me and blindly I believe. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies willfully so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people, space is fake and Earth isn't round. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the ground.
Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime.
The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I can't know why. NASA in Hebrew, it means to lie or deceive. My flirt priest told me and blindly I believe. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies willfully so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people's space is fake and Earth isn't loud. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the crowd.